So why is it that the religious people of the world just have to get atheists on their side? Okay, kids, so there was this yahoo on TED Talks today, and he's a philosopher, a psychologist, and all this other stuff, teaches at the University of Virginia, so on and so forth. But what I want to address here is the fact that religious people, no matter what, New Agey or not, which this guy is definitely New Agey kind of religious, New Agey or not, Bible thumper or not, Islam or not, whatever they are, they always want us, the atheists, to go, yes, okay, there's that little bit that's acceptable, that's true, that has meaning for us and whatnot. And the thing is, no matter how well educated, as we'll see with this guy, the arguments always fall flat on their face.
He collected all kinds of case studies. He quoted the words of all kinds of people who'd had a variety of these experiences. One of the most exciting to me is this young man, Stephen Bradley, had an encounter, he thought, with Jesus in 1820. And here's what Bradley said about it.
I thought I saw the Savior in human shape for about 1 second in the room, with arms extended, appearing to say to me, "Come." The next day I rejoiced with trembling. My happiness was so great that I said I wanted to die. This world had no place in my affections. Previous to this time I was very selfish and self-righteous, but now I desired the welfare of all mankind, and could with a feeling heart forgive my worst enemies.
So note how Bradley's petty moralistic self just dies on the way up the staircase.
Okay, and let's be fair then. Let's also note how the subject stated that he wanted to die, that this place, Earth, had no meaning for him anymore. You see, that's the thing, is religion fucks you up in the head. It makes you not value life. It makes you not value your fellow human being. And what he said in the following was a complete contrary statement to what he just said. And so which is the real psychotic coming through this guy?
And after the war, he interviewed a lot of other soldiers and wrote about the experience of men in battle. Here's a key passage where he basically describes the staircase.
Many veterans will admit that the experience of communal effort in battle has been the high point of their lives. I passes insensibly into a we. My becomes our, and individual fate loses its central importance. I believe that it is nothing less than the assurance of immortality that makes self-sacrifice at these moments so relatively easy. I may fall, but I do not die. For that which is real in me goes forward and lives on in the comrades for whom I gave up my life.
So what all of these cases have in common is that the self seems to thin out or melt away, and it feels good. It feels really good in a way totally unlike anything we feel in our normal lives. It feels somehow uplifting.
Really now? We're going to pull the war card, are we? Look, when you're in a situation like war, when you have to rely on others, there's no getting around it. You're in the middle of a foreign country, or even in the middle of your own country that's been decimated by bombs and bullets. You're effectively all alone. You're separated from your family. And so, psychologically, you have to put yourself in a good place. You have to put yourself in that transcendent place. And to say again, Again, it's the religious saying that life has no meaning. Your individual life has no meaning. It's the greater good of the others around you. When you die, you will live on in their memory, and so on and so forth. Those are chemical and electrical firings in our heads to make us okay with the situation that we're in. It doesn't make it transcending, it doesn't make it true, and it doesn't prove any kind of God's existence. And so why do we ascribe these things to religion? I think we need a new term.
Well, many scientists who study religion take this view. The new atheists, for example, argue that religion is a set of memes, sort of parasitic memes, that get inside our minds and make us do all kinds of crazy religious stuff, self-destructive stuff like suicide bombing. And after all, how could it ever be good for us to lose ourselves? How could it ever be adaptive for any organism to overcome self-interest?
So really, all of a sudden we're jumping from suicide bombers, religion creating suicide bombers, to religion being a sense of community and self-sacrificing. Well, I'll tell you right now, buddy, I would not go out and suicide bomb any building for any reason, no matter what, because I don't have religion. And yet, I go out and serve soup in the soup kitchen. I go out and I help the homeless. I go out and I do things for my fellow man without expecting any reward or compensation for myself. You see, when a religious person does a good thing, they're building good karma, or they're getting points in heaven, or they're buying their way to the sky daddy. You see, when an atheist does something nice for somebody else, we don't expect anything back. So you tell me where the true altruism is in our psyche. Does it come from religion? I don't think so.
When our own ancestors became cultural creatures, they came together around a hearth or a campfire, they divided labor, they began painting their bodies, they spoke their own dialects, and eventually they worshipped their own gods. Once they were all in the same tribe, they could keep the benefits of cooperation locked inside, and they unlocked the most powerful force ever known on this planet, which is human cooperation.
And so now, religion gave birth to human cooperation. I think it was kind of the other way around. I think when people gathered around that very first campfire for the very first time, and they sat in awe of its warmth, its beauty, its danger, its mystery, and they wondered, you know, did I really do this? Did I really create this campfire? Did I really imprison fire in a ring of stones? And they look around to each other and they go, wow, look at the accomplishment we have done. And they go, wow, I can't imagine that. I couldn't have done that. I didn't do it on my own. We didn't do it on our own. There must have been some other sort of divine intervention. Haven't you ever heard of, oh, that artwork is divinely inspired, or, oh, he had real inspiration to build that building, or that cathedral, or whatever. These are things born of our negativity. These are things that are born of our lack of self-confidence in our own abilities and our own lack of belief in ourselves. Belief that we can actually become better. And religion definitely wants you to believe you can become better but only after you die. Because right now, you're a dirty sinner. And that's all religion does for us. It may have been the birthplace of great ideas that got poorly executed. It may have been the birthplace of inspiration, motivation, and things like that. What else would inspire us to find out how the universe actually works if it weren't for religious nut jobs telling us Magic Sky Daddy did it? And all of us people who think for ourselves go, well, no, maybe there's another reason. And we go out and we find it. So in that sense, yes, religion is inspiring. But other than that, it's an outdated, antiquated, it's the 11th finger. It's the extra pinky. It's the tail of humanity. Religion is the tail of humanity. We outgrew our tails. Can we please outgrow religion?
But sometimes we wonder, is this all there is? What should I do with my life? What's missing? What's missing is that we are Homo duplex, but modern secular society was built to satisfy our lower, profane selves. It's really comfortable down here on the lower level. Come, have a seat in my home entertainment center. One great challenge of modern life is to find the staircase amid all the clutter, and then to do something good and noble once you climb to the top.
Really? Is that all you get out of modern secular society? Is that we're all just hedonists, running around in our underwear all the time, screwing and eating and playing Nintendo Wii all the time? Is that what you get out of modern secular society? Lest we remember the Dark Ages, where there was no innovation, was no progress, but a stagnation of humanity. That's what religion gives us. Our secular society has flown us to the moon, has put rovers on Mars, has discovered water on other worlds, has cured disease, has increased the one life we do have. That's what secular society does. You don't have to climb a staircase in your mind to get to a transcendent point to want to make humanity a better place. Why do you think we're all on YouTube? All these atheists on YouTube. We definitely don't like looking at our visage. I mean, God, a 42-year-old fat bald man. You think I like looking at myself on the internet? No. I do this because I care about humanity, because I want to make humanity a better place. And I do that completely without religion. And so can you.